I'm Dave Dinkle with another 2-minute tip, and this one's pretty straightforward. I'll have a realtor write all my contracts. Then I don't have to worry about legalities and blah, 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 blah. Don't have to write the contracts. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Interestingly enough, a lot of new realtors coming into business are told by the guys in the office, man, I work with investors. These guys bring me deals every day. I'm making commissions like crazy. What those guys aren't saying is, I'm very envious. I'm downright jealous of these investors because I see that I make 2 or 3%. I sell that property to them, meaning that listing agent has the seller $100,000, and then they go and check in the public record, and the same day or next day, that investor sold it for $130,000. How long does it take agents to figure out that, why can't I do that? Ironically, it takes them a long time in some cases, sometimes years, and sometimes they don't believe it's legal. Okay, not a problem. What you're trying to do is get somebody that you think they know more than you do. They can write contracts, therefore you don't have to worry about it. And along comes a super new agent that says, I've heard about you guys. You're investors and you get deals all the time. And all they have spinning in their head is 2%, 3%, 5%, 6%. Just bring me the deals. And you say, well, yeah, not a problem. You need to write the contract for me. And the agent says, oh, even better, because now I'm going to be a co-listing agent, co-buyer's agent. I'm going to be co-brokering. I don't know what they think they want, but they're going to split the commission with the listing agent. That's in their mind. So for writing that contract for you and putting it into the listing agent, they're going to make 2.5 or 3%. And I can do that all day long. Just keep writing those contracts for you. But the first time you write a contract, it looks really stupid in terms of their eyes and the listing agent's eyes. And the listing agent comes back to that agent and says, slap me on the side of the head. What have you done here? What are you thinking? I'm not going to take less than list price. Go away. That's all okay because those agents don't last very long with you. They don't understand you as an investor having to get a profit margin out of the deal. They only understand that put it under contract and close on it, I get paid. I don't care what happens to it after that. But let's look at the more serious aspect of what does happen. Let's assume that a property is listed for $100,000. You say to your buyer's agent, Dan, do me a favor, write the contract. I want this property. Matter of fact, I even have a buyer. I did reverse wholesaling and I found a buyer already for it. Offer $110,000. And Dan says, are you sure you're offering over a list price? You know what you're doing? And you say, I got it sold. I got it sold for $140,000. Get me the property for $110,000. Dan says, not a problem. Dan's thinking 110, 3%, $3,300. Let me write that contract. Dan sends in the contract to the listing agent, George. George looks at it and says, okay, 110,000 times 3%, $3,300. I have a cash offer over here for 90,000 at 6%. That's $5,600. $5,600, $3,300. And your Dan gets a call back, and it looks like, Dan, this is the listing agent, and I took a higher offer. No, he doesn't say higher offer. He says, I took a stronger offer. And your question might be, well, look, I offered cash, no inspection period, no contingencies, and more money. What could be stronger? And if the listing agent is as savvy as he should be, because he's done this many times before, he will say it doesn't matter, it's a stronger offer. And you lost it. Real estate brokerage associations asked me to speak. This is like the fox in the hen house. And I asked this question right up front. How many of you have ever had a situation where you were a buyer's agent, you put in an offer, it was turned down, then you checked later and you saw it sell for less money? And it was like I turned on a light switch and set their seats on fire. Probably 2/3 of them jumped up and started hollering at me. Not at me, but agreeing with me that it happened to them. If you're an agent looking at this, you're going to say to yourself, you can't do that. That's not legal. That's not this, that's not that. But on the flip side of it, I was giving a seminar, had about 50 people in the audience, and in the front row, right next to me, was a broker, a very, very well-known REO broker, and he was very proud of it. And he listened to what I just said about what to do in terms of if you have a buyer's agent, this is going to happen. And he said, I'll tell you what I do. I do something even better. I said, what do you mean better? He says, when I get an email with a contract attached to it, I don't even open it. I said, what do you mean you don't open it? How do you know what the price is? He says, I don't need prices. I sell them all to investors that I have on my buyer's list. And oftentimes I buy them myself and mark them up and sell them to those investors. You're not going to beat that. Now, can he do that? I don't know what his contract with the REO asset manager, the bank, and so on, the lenders are, but that's not clean hands in terms of what I would say. But he does it. He was very proud of it. He went on for another 5 minutes talking about he will never let a buyer's agent get between him and full commissions. So I'm Dave Dinkle, and I wish you limitless success in all that you do.